Oh no. Oh, come on. That's annoying. Yes, I want to restart this right. Their presence is just so big. There's no way around it. God. Okay, I managed to get it. Yeah, I know. Huzzah! Huzzah! This knight prevails! I have no choice but to confer with that assessment, Warren. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Yeah, that was close, to say the least. Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. What? By the scales of the Under King Ores! What is it that you have? Jumps farther than usual? I don't know if that's worse, getting rid of the +6 quickness he's got. Hey guys, I got something here I think maybe you would like. He shows you several bottles of multicolored liquid of some sort. Sun serum, star serum, and moon serum. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess. And besides, they can give you just a little lift you need. Know what I mean? You get thirsty for them, don't even worry. I can get more soon. They cost 33 gold for one, right? Ugh. save our gold. Well, I guess maybe I should pack it up for the day. Commence the rite. Everything is prepared, and the night is just beginning to take a hold above the rocky pathways of the Cairn of Hob. When Volfred gets your attention. Rita, I suppose you might remember our first meeting with that manly Tinderstaff? He would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say that he is an embarrassment to my kind, but unfortunately, I've known many others like him. We are a discontented people, I suppose. Anyway, when last you saw him, you might recall that I avoided him. We are not good acquaintances or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan should he know of my involvement, and so... Wolfred dons his ritual mask. I shall have to be discreet here. As I am with the Nightwings once again, I can no longer hide from it outright. But perhaps, though, he shall take me for a common sap. Anyway, it seems that we have a rite to conduct. Oh, you best be able to be put in the rites now. Something else catches your notice in the sky this time. Strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them, merely in spirit, not in form, but those, the dark stars, are portentous signs. Though they might light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth, you may invite the influence from the Titan stars.
Behold the Titan stars.
We'll give them +8 hope.
The Titan stars. Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Dare you to stand against them in their fury? Dark is the knowledge that you seek there, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Nightwings.
Okay.
Make ready for the rite.
My, what have we here? Why, the Nightwings. Come to grace us with their presence once again. Are you perhaps intent upon humiliating us even more after the last time? You sense Wolfred reaching out to you. Marita, let us indulge him for the time. Perhaps he shall reveal something we can use to provide a disincentive for his meddling. Just keep him on talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And the colors of those raiments, I mean, they are rather gaudy in this light. I have to say, though, I mean no offense of this at this, of course. So, do you suppose the rite is going to commence soon? As much as I enjoy our chats like this, I do have to get going soon. If you must know, why, I'm expecting an important message from the other side, no less. Come dawn. I hear something is brewing out there, some sort of unrest, So yes, it is a very important message, sent all this way by one of those imp couriers. And I must say, those little things, their services are not very cheap. Though, I'm sure I could get you a good deal on their services if you wish. Perhaps to contact a loved one back home, All I ask is, of course, is that you stand aside and let the chastity prevail, as we ought. For I have a date with Destiny not long from now, upon the fall of Solium. He continues talking for some time, until at last the rite is set to start. Ho ho ho! My! Look at this wonderful assembly of exiles come from all different corners, Such a colorful retinue your Nightwings have. You know, I have heard the most preposterous rumor about you, that you are harboring an especially notorious criminal, one who has designs upon the Commonwealth itself. He looks right at Wolfred. But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could possibly be true, Anyway, I would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good Nightwings. I am H. Manly Tinderstaff, and truly, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Manly has intruded on your privacy as you sit choosing as you set to choosing your triumvirate. He cannot be less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. Manly seems very interested in your triumvirate. Guys, should we intimidate him off? Should we just ask him politely to fuck right off? Fine, we will ask him to leave politely. You suggest to Manly that perhaps he ought to check out his own triumvirate in the key moments prior to the raid. Why, yes, of course, of course. I was just taking the opportunity to bid all of you salutations. For I so enjoy getting to meet my exiles face to face like this. Yes, there may be rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes wouldn't mind if they were here. Anyhow, now that you mention it, I ought to check on my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly, and good luck. Manly leaves at last, leaving you to focus on the raid again.
Now let us get started.
No, I can't have him participate. Headwind. Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
Tizo.
Now.
Are you quite ready yet, O Nightwings? I doubt you are. Because my colleagues of the Chastity and I, we have a trick or two we think shall take you by surprise. Just watch.
Commence. The
Oh.
orb slips from your clutches. To each his own.
Oh, did I not have the orb?
Didn't see it coming. Your pyre is the first to falter. Ouch. Now go. United in banishment. Their pyre weakens. The Nightwings edge closer to victory. All for naught. Merely a glancing blow.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh, come on.
The flames of freedom. How very sad for the chastity. Beneath contempt.
Oh, come on.
The orbs engulfed.
They are kicking my ass. Yoink.
With grace. Or righteous fire. Exactly by the book.
Ho ho ho! Oh, this is boding well, I'd say. Oh, yes, indeed. Just keep it up and you'll be handsomely rewarded once I'm out. Of that, you have my word.
Now to the flame. Wherever did the Nightwings go?
Yikes.
I cannot take much more of that. You seem unable to stop these people. Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame. The rite is nearly ended. A rude predicament for the chastity.
Why? Why could I not? There we go.
It is done. The Nightwings prevail again. Although their adversaries put up quite an effort.
Yes, they did. That was close.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
My word, how could this have happened to me? You deceitful, ignorant, utterly uncouth pack of fools. Have you any idea what you've done? Wolfred watches the outburst in silence. You keep spouting off like that, Manly, and you shall reveal all we need to know. You harbor such a fear within your heart there, don't you? Coming from the aristocracy, and now in exile, how they must speak of you. What would they think of you if you don't get it, or even if you do? Wolfred remains deep in thought, studying his adversary. There. I see. I see now. Then, Wolfred recedes into the shadows. What? My head? Who? Oh, I believe... There must be some mistake. I have to go. Ta-ta. Fine evening to you now. It's been a pleasure. Genuinely so. Manly stumbles away in a stupor. And there he goes. I've lifted certain burdens from him for the time. A bit of mercy for his sake. For my people's sake. As well, it should ensure that he has no lasting memory of our encounter here, or running into me. Now, let's be off, before he catches up with us again.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Teaser leveled up.
Understanding deepens in the mind of the imp Tizo.
Tizo deals an additional 10 when dousing the adversary's pyre. Or he can banish adversaries in a much wider area. Let's make it so that he's stronger at hitting the pyre. Gilmore's not quite level 4 yet.
Until the stars align.
Back at the wagon, after triumphing over the chastity in a last-ditch effort, you are about to join the others discussing the outcome when Wolfred finds you. Good work back there, my girl, though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please join me outside. Look forth. The golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep within the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. The path to freedom reveals itself again. Oh, it's the Withdrawn again! That's so not okay! Oh, this will be the third time we fight them. It is as we discussed. The cycle of rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the Withdrawn, who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Alodil might be a little bit easier before. At least, we should be able to make landing near some of the old monuments to the scribe. Let's set forth at dawn. Soon, everyone is off to rest, as best they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Why is it that the Withdrawn had to fight us next? Oh yes, my favorite song, Bone Drasil. You can tell something is troubling Hedwyn from the moment you approach. You're not the only one either. Looks like a case of a broken heart to me there, reader darling. Trust me on that one. Hedwyn overhears. It's nothing. I think all the travel's catching up with me is all. You don't make much of a liar, Hedwyn darling. Oh, you don't make much of a liar, Hedwyn darling. Now, let's have her name. Or his. That's that obvious, is it? That obvious. Now, go on. Hedwyn hesitates for a while, then. Her name was Fakani. Fakani? Why, that's a harp's name. Yes, she's from the mountains, same as you. You don't mean Fakani Shang, do you? We feared her lost in the gorge. What? You know her? Come on, Hedwyn. How many of us harps do you think there are? Your Commonwealth has been rather successful scouring my people from our world. But yes, Fakani Shang and I spent some time together in the past. Flown a few sorties now and then. We were in different units, though. She was reconnaissance, if I recall. She said as much to me, but what happened to her? When you were sentenced, it was about a year after me, wasn't it? So, maybe? She was alive and well when I last saw her. Got back from the gorge with a few scrapes and some good information, granted. That was several years ago. Who knows what could have happened since? Though I must say, she never mentioned you. I'm impressed she managed to keep secret your relationship. She could have gotten herself into some real trouble. You keep her secret too, please. Oh, don't worry about me. Down here, I'm in no position to betray any more of my people. And besides, I liked Fakani, and you're not bad either. Why, this is rather sweet. Hedwyn just stares at her. I'm sorry, Hedwyn. I wasn't trying to make light. I wish that I could tell you more about her, though. I think that you must know her better than I do. Yeah, look, I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to get on your case about it. It's just, I don't like to talk about it much. It's a lot to have to explain. I understand completely. So then, now that the awkward introductions are out of the way, could you tell me any more about what she was like? Well, let's see. They continue talking for some time about Fakani, about how such a relationship would have been seen in both the Highwing remnants and the Commonwealth. For Hedwyn, just knowing that Fakani still lives, or at least that she was still alive after his exile, lifts his spirits. Anyhow, if you get out of here, or if I get out of here, we'll have to seek her out. If I go first, then I'll let her know you're in one piece and thinking of her still. Thanks, Pamitha. That means a lot. Don't mention it. As the conversation winds down, they bid you and each other a good evening and go their separate ways. I'm gonna let Hedwyn leave. You make landing on the sacred Mount Aliodel, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Wolfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the next trip to the fallen Solium by land. May we soon liberate another of our own here. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Seek the Nomad Scribe's favor. Later that day, you accompany Ruki into the great heights of Emperor's Fall, where a monument to Gol Glathion awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Ruki's inner thoughts, as clear as if he were speaking out loud. So, you scribes people, can you hear me okay? If you can, then do me a solid and let me get out of here already. My family can't do nothing without me, and they've been waiting for a while now. Soon you and he finish paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Gol Glathion has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Mentor a companion. We're gonna mentor Pamitha. Fine then, let us chat together for a spell. You and Pamitha go over her understanding of her aura and its connection to her presence, both physical and spiritual. The discussion proves informative. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at least, whether or not you like it. We're gonna make her fly faster. We all have the auras all the time, I think. We just can't always see them. Continue your journey. Hopefully we can get some more vocations. Well, guys, who do you think we should let go? I've already had one vote for Hedwyn, and I'm tending to lead towards that, but Ruki would also be a good choice. Those are the only two I'm willing to let go right now. On your way to the summit, you pass a monument to Under King Oris, and Faye happens to take notice. You wish for good fortune in the coming, right? And, in your plan, as for Faye... Blessed am I to have this audience with you, O Under King Oris! Your resplendent glory has made this moment possible and given me so many friends, who were so dear to me. Thank you. Whatever happens, thank you. Let him see his gal. She says a little after praying her respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Oris has shown you favor. +3 glory from next rite. No, give me more occasions! You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads you upward towards the summit, past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway, where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions for the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forward, one after another, much like before. Faye passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Pamitha passes through the gate. Tizo passes through the gate. Hedwyn passes through the gate. Ruki passes through the gate. Wolfred passes through the gate. No one is left but you. You step forward and declare yourself as you did before. The guardian of the Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in a formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. As you gain the top of Mount Aladol, from which the downside sprawls before you, you wonder whether one among you shall follow Jodorel from this place. Oh, hey guys, guys, you know, it's real awful cold up here. Sometimes waiting for customers. So come on in, okay? And good luck in that big battle thing you got. That's where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's gonna be exciting from my friends. Cheapskates. I don't think I'm very good at it, but I appreciate that they're bringing you guys joy. The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Volfred looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my girl. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Factors such as previous occupation, innate tendency to leave, and oratory skill contribute to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Perhaps we all ought to return in time, if possible. Know simply that for each one of us who goes, in doing so, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, madam, this night you shall confront the withdrawn. They have already appointed Uldmith to be liberated should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my girl, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. Ooh. We don't want to make this any more difficult. It's already going to be, the third time we fought them, so they are going to, you know, buff up.
The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the withdrawn which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the withdrawn, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bog dweller, Uldmith, appears from the shadows and reaches for her mask. We are known to be the witch Uldmith. Our adversaries, they are nothing to us, or the one we serve. Ye all shall be devoured in the coming age, an age of strife, wrought upon down by the fell wings and many seeing eyes of your Sulch, the astral born. You speak blasphemy upon this sacred site, Uldmith. If you value your liberty, then I suggest you cease your mocking of the scribes. The scribes, they failed to stop you, Sulch, and he shall rise again. As for ye Nightwings, ye are of no consequence in your Sulch's grand design. She dons her mask once more. Soon we shall return to the land your Sulch shall usurp. Where shall we offer him our blood and that of many others? Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more that first companion whom you shall choose shall go free this very night if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumphant shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision. Alright.
Who would you set free?
Oh, Rookie can't go. They have to be rank 3. I guess they have to be more than rank 3? Huh. Well,
Headwind.
we will unfortunately have to let Headwind go. This is my shot to go free, but I can't just leave the rest of you.
Who shall strive for him?
Gilman.
Gilman.
By this knight's honor, he shall fight with all his might. And
Tizo.
Tizo. Scrack? Tizo seems very determined to support Headwind. Soon, Yasalt, very soon. We shall release thee, and as for ye, Nightwings, we have much in store for ye.
Commence.
Yoink. Damn it. Oh, come on. Yasaj, we invoke thee, for we seek thy ancient strength. Befell our enemies within thy blood, damnation of the Nightwings, damnation to the scribes. The invocation of Yasaj, your adversary, which Ultimate curse shall soon summon forth dark pools of banishing ichor, wheresoever any exile is banished here this night.
How very fortunate. Ah. Sir Gilman. and plunges into the fire. Your victory is at hand.
Yoink.
There it is, at last. The Night Wings proved their worth.
We got him, guys.
Some which left little room for doubt.
That does mean Hedwyn is gone now, though.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Well, Hedwyn's gone now. That was really stressful. This is the third time they face us, and every time they face us, they get a buff. So we want to stop them from facing us again. Because they'll be the ones who faced us the most at that point. Know that this affront against your soul has been recorded, and his vengeance shall darken the skies. We did it. Then, I guess that means I have to go. I broke my vow to her that we would all go free together. Reader, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Fakani, wait for me. Wait for me. He remained silent for a moment longer then. Listen to me, all of you. I will not forget this. If there's anything at all that I can do back on the other side to help the rest of you, then I'm going to find it, and I'm going to do it. And at the very least, I will do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you can join me back home, that it'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you, all of you. I won't forget this. Then, he plunges out of sight into the shimmer pool. His voice is audible, but growing faint. It's happening. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye. Until we see each other. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Edwin. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
I am running out of guys to get.
Freedom, so that we may yet have ours.
You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the withdrawn in the liberation rite. Such the glorious night this turned out to be! Tiso is pleased that Hedwyn is finally free. You succeeded in liberating Hedwyn, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each liberation rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits us at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or should I say, the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more, the sky is all abyssal darkness, following the liberation rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then, let us go once more to the Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run besides. Once we arrive, best we recover now, and make our way southwards at first light. Yeah, it's been interesting. There's exiled unknown, crime unknown, motive unknown, nothing, unknown. He was exiled for 4 years. He was a trafficker. Following Headland's liberation, you find Wolfred smoking at his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my girl. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though, I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all this. Not just me, but really all of us who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is admittedly a somewhat desperate plan. It was vital to me, should the Nightwings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever it is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I, we were unsure of him at first. A common boy like that, completely unacquainted with the rights. But, in the end, I felt that he was worth a shot. Someone like him, sincere, determined, with loyal friends and desperate to get home. Those qualities spoke volumes. Then, he falls silent for a time. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf, now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet find the one he sought. You and Wolfred speak a little more of Hedwyn for now, and we are left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. Continue your journey. You once again find yourself amid the serene walkways of the Moonlight Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. Let's talk to Faye. Faye seems to be talking to the Black Wagon's walls again, though this time something seems to have come over her. Little brother, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? You are unsure whether to check in with her or leave her be. That's the hope. I kind of want to send Ruki back next. Let's wait and listen. You sense now is not the time to interrupt, and that Faye is on the verge of confronting some long-dormant emotions which she sought to face. They always said that there was something wrong with me, but they wouldn't really tell me what. They wouldn't say. They just said that I was moon-touched, but so what? So then the scribes, they called me here, and they're the ones who brought me here, not those people. They were so cruel. They were always so cruel. I didn't have a little brother at the time, no one that I can recall, really. Although, so much of it back then, I can't tell how much of it I dreamt. Most of it. I didn't want it to be true. But I remember that they threw me out. They decided they would throw me out and let the scribes take care of me, they said. The scribes, they would take care of me. It was so very quiet here, and I was all alone again. Although, I think I liked it more. Being alone down here than being alone back there. Everyone's alone down here, and so it makes me feel less alone somehow. Back there, why, I would always sometimes see families, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, but here, there was hardly anyone at all. But I knew I was closer to the scribes. I knew they were in the sky above, and I did search for them up there, you know, but then one night I found them. I saw the stars, and they were falling to the ground, and I thought, why is it that the scribes themselves are crying? Are they so sad, and maybe are they sad for me? Well, that was when I first saw you, little brother. With your help, I would get closer to the scribes. That way, maybe they could answer all my questions, don't you think? But I'm so very glad that I found you and the others, and I'm finally not alone. I'm finally not alone, and more importantly, I think sometimes I even feel that way, that I'm not alone. Maybe, as we get closer, maybe I will get to feel that way more often, being here or being anywhere with you and all my friends. She falls silent. Though you were concerned for her at first, you sense that now she is at peace. She wanders off, paying you no notice in the least. You sense you have a better understanding of her now. Vagrancy. None. She's been exiled for 2 years. Yeah, we'll send Ruki back, but that means he's got to participate in a bunch of trials. We have returned to a place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable such as you can. We are at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something that I must do. There, atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder where the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the nights the stars begin to shine again. The plan, of which you are all part, is set in motion. To the Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the liberation nights, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests everybody to convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon, everyone is assembled, and Volfred regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I have not talked about with you all at length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you. In all of us. I see in all of us a living version of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from different tribes which later formed our Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say, desire, such a course. Together, they created all this ceremony of which we're now a part. The exiles liberated through the rites went on to found the Commonwealth, based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people all shall see that we reflect the values they have yet to cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative. On behalf of Molten Millith, and I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. Okay. It is my pleasure to introduce you to a dear old friend of mine who I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller, called Big Bertrude, utters something guttural by the way of greeting. We are to understand that ye require further aid from us. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks at you and your fellow exiles, each in turn. We frighten ye. Apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then, tremble, small ones, and hold well thy tongues, lest we remove them. She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude joined the group. You sense her powerful presence. Now then, my girl, perhaps you noticed that the stars are bright once more up there behind these stubborn rains. Meaning, it is time that we got back to business. Indeed, once more several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. The stars themselves await the will of the Nightwings. Choose our path towards salvation. I'm going to leave the Pyre Hearts be, but we're going to fight the Tempers again. I want to knock them down. The triumvirate you shall confront this time around shall be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. They have prevailed in the rites on many occasions in the past. The lone minstrel then offers you some such details as he knows of your next adversary. Ignarius, a longtime resident of the downside, as evidenced by his appearance, the strongest of the Tempers, has waited years to earn his freedom. Born to a middling Commonwealth family, he got into trouble early and often, but found his calling in the Commonwealth's not entirely legal red light district. There he took many jobs, mostly involving his sheer size. Most notably, he was a bouncer at Starry 8, where he came to symbolize its reputation. One day, a particularly belligerent guest got under his skin, so he gave him a tremendous thrashing. Club clientele all gave a cheer. However, this guest turned out to be a wealthy chamberlain, who then exploited his connection to have Ignarius arrested and then exiled. This was 14 years ago. In the downside, Ignarius dropped his given name, as it's sometimes the custom, and survived alone through his tenacity and strength. In time, he drew the notice of the Tempers, who revealed to him the rights, recruited him into their ranks, and let him work his way up. Now, at last, it is his turn. Other than the Nightwings, the Tempers have liberated more exiles than any other triumvirate. They had high hopes for Ignarius in turn. Now, good evening, reader. You wish a good night to the lone minstrel, your travel shall continue at first light. Continue your journey. You rise early in the morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude. I trust your day has not been too uncomfortable. Nay, Sandalwood, the comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let's get on with all of this. The reader here shall do so, once the group is ready, I think. I thank you for your patience. Yoink. We're gonna land here. Survey Needlefield. After having reached the razor brambles of Needlefield, you volunteer to survey the grounds. You prepare to head out. However, your companions beat you to it in this case. Tizo indicates that he and Pamatha are going to scout the area this time. They depart, leaving you to rest up. When they later return with nothing much to report, you are feeling better, are in the midst of deciding which of your vocations to pursue. We're going to study. You locate a secluded area nearby where you should be able to study the Book of Rites. There, though, through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. We want +1 presence. You attune yourself to the strange and mystic properties of the Book of Rites, embracing such as possible, that which cannot be explained but or truly known. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within you cannot tell. Regained tenacity. You observe Tizo rummaging about the black wagon, as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. Tizo is glad that you are here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly, he resumes his search. Tizo is looking for something. A formal exile of the Nightwings once gave him. He is growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. I'm afraid that it's gone, Tizo. I am very sorry. Reader, it is not knowing that ought to be cause for much concern. Merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his arm. Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then please, do not worry yourself about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past besides. Tizo walks away, skulks away, up into the rafter. The lone minstrel watches him go. The objects that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the other drive imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close to the other members of the Nightwing when misfortune fell, and the Triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Wolfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadow of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient, and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in a polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. Continue on your journey. The Glade of Lou, once again. What do you have in the shop? Hey guys, come on in. Say now, whatever happened to that smiley headwind guy? Did he really get out of here like I've been hearing, or what? Thanks for stopping by, guys. Alright, so we need to level up Rookie in order for him to go out next. We need to get him to at least Enlightenment 4. Tizo and Gilsman are still de facto guys to go to. So I think we're going to want to increase his presence and his quickness. Wolfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rights as you approach. He looks at you and smiles. The Road to Freedom, written a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all of this is, my girl. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss? It's fascinating. You tell Wolford the book has fascinated you and that you have never seen anything quite like it. He nods as you slowly as you describe your experience with it. I share the sentiment. To have in our possession a genuine artifact from the forgotten time, how much of it is exactly true, and how much of it is the scribe's retelling of events? I find it endlessly fascinating to consider, I must admit. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It's amazing that these volumes have survived all these times, I think. Whatever they are made of, has withstood the ravaging effect of time quite well. And the ideas there contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows of the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in there, written plain, how fascinating that it is that secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you have to excuse me for my extracurricular interest in this teaching. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us begin. Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whoever shall be next to use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Commence the rite. Once more you have returned to the Glade of Lugh, and your companions stand ready beneath a still night sky, awaiting the commencement of the rites. You overhear some of their words to one another as you await the signal in the stars. Teaser remember having faced the Tempers many times before. Surely there is to be honor to be gained from this. Just then you observe a glint of starlight that begins to shine above, and your companions soon fall silent. We'll proceed to the right.
The much vaunted reader has returned, and it would appear her ranks grow stronger. Consorting with the bog-crone Bertrude, are we? How very strange that you befriended her. At any rate, your adversaries in this rite shall be the Tempers. Put out their flame and walk the path to liberty.
All right. Hey, look who wants a piece of us again. It's the damn Nightwings. Here to knock us down another peg or two again, I guess. Well, at least you got old curly horns out of this dump. I gotta give you that. One look at her and you just knew that she was too good for this place. Though maybe that ain't saying all that much. Any of you Nightwings see her again, you tell her something for me. There, you let her know that Iggy says hi. You let her know. No, not that she'll remember some dumb lunk like me. Then Ignarius shoves on his mask. All right, Tempers. Let's give it to him like we still got a chance. Hold a moment, Rita. The crone Bertrude slithers forth, wearing the raiment of the rites. Now that Bertrude is among our ranks, it would be best if you became familiar with her repertoire. You have no obligation to make use of her abilities, of course. Good Bertrude, please show the reader something of your aptitude. We expect thou shalt soon be inclined to bring our sorceries to bear. Long have we studied these rites of thine. Let us show thee what we know of them thus far.
The bog-crone Bertrude shows herself in full. Though I have to wonder what became of her accomplices. Of one accomplice in particular. You watch yourself around her, reader. None are sentenced into exile without sufficient cause.
He's so resigned to defeat that it's, and it's more just like, hey, you know your cute friend? Can you put in a good word for me? Yeah, he was the first person we beat in the Liberation Trials, and we did Jodariel first, so he got to meet her a little bit. We side with ye because of Sandalwood, because of his plan. We shall aid ye in the right, and we shall aid ye in that plan. Thus we are at thy disposal and await thy bidding.
Who shall conduct this rite?
Grants the bearer +3 presence. Wait, why do they have 4? Okay, they all have +3 presence. So 16, 16. No, 9, 9, and 29.
Tizo. Sir Gilman. It is done.
Tizo is fired up and ready to take on the Tempers. Alright, you damn Nightwings. Let's see what you got.
Now begin. Oof. The demon's banished.
God damn it.
Pyre has been scathed. Twas a crushing blow against their pyre. The orb is up.
Oh, come on.
Did that one
I didn't jump. I pressed W.
now then. Resplendent. The orb slips from your clutches. There it is. Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame. Oh, poor Rookie.
Damn it.
Their pyre weakens. None left unscathed. A rather cunning trick.
See that, Nightwings? We still got like a little fight left in us, don't we?
Righteous fire. Audacious, aren't we? spectacularly done. Once more like that, and we are finished here.
Oh, come on.
They simply threw it in. Oh. Luckless worm. The Worm Knight somehow did it. Yes. The flame is stricken.
Okay, okay.
Tis taken.
Yoink.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail yet again. They hardly deserved it, though, if you ask me.
Oh, fuck you.
The rite is complete.
What a joke. Losing to you lot again. The younger me would have tore you to pieces. Ain't never getting out of here if we keep on like this.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes. Sir Gilman's not as foolish as his lowly kind as wont.
This knight wonders at time about why we are here, and which forces you have transpired to bring us here together. Has Under King Oris himself taken interest in this noble quest? I was doing the wrong voice. I apologize, guys. Gonna do that.
Until the next rite.
After besting the Tempers in spite of almost having lost, you return to the wagon to find Wolfred and the lone minstrel in the midst of conversation. Most strange that this one star should be illuminated now. This is not what I expected. Nor I, Sir Wolfred, sir. Then Wolfred notices you there. Reader, Tarek and I observed a strange occurrence in the sky is all. It appears that the star of Kalmar rope collar is illuminated now. It is but another star, except our models and predictions of the cosmos did not anticipate this. Anyway, go see for yourself. I shall make the wagon ready in the meantime. You see only a single shining star illuminated far above. It is just as Wolfred indicated. Discern where it leads. But I didn't want to fight the Pyre Hearts. Guys, our record's 12-1. This is ridiculous. Then we are summoned to the Isle of Kalmar, deep within the deathless tempest. Have you not been there before, Tarek? So long ago, I scarce recall the time, only the scent. It is a place from whence the creatures native to this land sprang forth. Reader, let's not concern ourselves with superstitions held about this place. We'll set forth at dawn and see for ourselves what to make of it. You find Sir Gilman searching intently for something or other. His eye is shut tight, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. He acknowledges your presence in the most minimal way possible and continues scanning the environment. You shall have to forgive this knight's impertinence to you, Master Reader, for he is on the hunt at this time. Using his acute sense of hearing, which is much more acute whilst underwater, but shall have to suffice in this case, he shall track down the most elusive character. A character who has eluded this knight's time and time again, and from whom this knight seeks to earn still superior evasive strategies, applicable when next he may conduct the rites. Hold! Is that? You have no idea to whom he is referring. When? Stick it up, worm. You're caught out. Could have wrung your neck just now, you know? Ah, this knight has failed again! Alas, Master Ruki, once more you have outwitted this poor knight and outmaneuvered him. Please, you must reveal the secret to your speed and cunning. Take it easy, chum. You're not half bad yourself. Besides, I was just getting pretty sick of the running circles around all these slowpokes before you showed up and while we were out at sea. Do you truly mean that, Master Ruki? But no, it cannot be, for this knight has nary seen anyone as deft and fleet of foot as you. Certainly, it must be advantageous to possess 4 feet, while this knight has but 1. Echo, what are you doing outside? Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Somehow my cat got out of the house, so we had to go grab her. Look, chum, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself already. You ever thought maybe you ought to give yourself a break once in a while? Never! This knight deserves no break! Not while there is no honor to be gained. Not while there is honor to be gained. He is merely a worm, one of roughly 8 billion of his kind. Thus, he must strive to be remarkable and to exceed at what is expected of him. Guess what, chum? You went and did that already. I thought all of you Sea Dominion types were just a bunch of meatheads who didn't care for nothing but a fight. But you've been downright decent. Even made me break a sweat a couple of times out there, when I thought maybe we got somebody quicker on his foot than me. Point I'm trying to make is, it's been good having you with us. I always say it's worth having someone quick around to keep you on your toes. For a moment, you wonder if Sir Gilman is about to weep. Sensing the same, Ruki immediately changes the subject. Now, come on, you want to go another round or what? There's some good hiding spots outside where I can show you how we curs get the drop on any unwary passerbys. It's in a very honorable way. This knight would be most honored, Master Rookie. As the two of them head off further in the train together, you catch notice of the Book of Rights there in the wagon. The rights, which so stress trust and reliance on one's fellow's exiles. The 8 scribes likely did not envision Sir Gilmore and Rookie in particular as conductors of their sacred tradition, yet perhaps there is some sort of kinship which they had in mind. Alright. Continue on your journey. Fly! Rolfred joins you as you soar high above the storm-ravaged waters on approach to the infamous Isle of Kelmer. Among its cursed qualities, it seems this wretched storm means I cannot rightfully smoke. One of the downside's small misfortunes, I suppose. The wagon's drives seem not to mind. At least, in fact, they seem more animated now ever than usual, sir. Perhaps they feel some sort of connection to this place, Tarek. Do you suppose the Pyre hearts were able to make it here intact? They ought to have seen it in the stars, though we shall soon know for certain. That we shall. Take us in, please, Rita. We'll take the vocations. You make landing within the deathless tempest, far west of where you first breached through the shores beyond. You wonder which sort of celestial landmark lies hidden amid these waters, though for now, you have some time left before continuing onward. Explore. You and Faye make a quick search of the steady currents of the Sharp Shell. However, you find nothing of note. How about we go in circles? We could go in circles! You soon return to the Black Wagon, where the others are preoccupied with their own pursuits. You should have enough time to pursue your vocations. Study in private. Despite your growing knowledge of the Book of Rights, you yet struggle to grasp certain aspects of its teachings. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. +1 presence. The texture of the pages of the book, the foreign bindings, despite the volume's age, it shows so little signs of wear. At times, the power emanating from it almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Gained tenacity. There's only 2 more rights till the next liberation. Interesting. Continue your journey. The Isle of Kelmer. Here, in the dark waters of the Deathless Tempest, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated at the fall of Solium. You learn Hedwyn has returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcome, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the Council or the Blood Border, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned Council members could do anything about it, he left them. He has since made contact with Wolfred's agents, and is working together with them. Thus, the ranks of the Revolution grow stronger. Per the messenger in Imp's custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn, word for word, and says, "Keep going. I'll see you here." You thank the messenger imp for relaying its information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. May that boy's spirit infect a lot of ye as would a plague. Yep, that's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum. Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. A glorious example Hedwyn sets for all of us! Tiso is happy to hear about Hedwyn as well back in the Commonwealth. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there back home. Do you think he found her? The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your exiles with newfound resolve. Your companions have gained +1 hope for the next rite. Your wagon shudders to a halt at the island of Kaelmer. Bizarre outcroppings give it a forbidding feel. In the distance, you hear odd gibbering noises that sound like drive imps? Our probability of success is only 43% still. Faye seems to be speaking to herself again. She's unaware of your presence, or shows no sign of it at least. Mercy, freedom, they are intertwined. Mercy shall engender union among all different kind. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. She's reciting passages from the Book of Rights, though to your knowledge she cannot read. Freedom to the worthy. The downside cannot let us all go free. Thus freedom to the worthy. Is that not so, O Saint Triesta? Is that not the conclusion which you formed with your 7 most trusted friends? She pauses for a while, as though listening, and nods her head from time to time. Yes, I see. Well, I'm ever grateful to you, Saint Triesta, for your guidance and for your presence. And I wish all of your friends safe passage here among the stars. It must be so very beautiful out there. Wish your wings can fly freely, can't you, Saint? You can visit me at any time. Come and go as you please, from the stars all the way here. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. I know, and yet sometimes I wish I was like you, or like Miss Pamitha. But I know I am the way I am because I'm meant to be this way, and I know that you are always watching. So thank you, Saint Triesta Tithys. Thank you, and your friends. She wanders out into the afternoon, leaving you there to consider her words. In the Commonwealth, her unwavering faith in the 8 scribes would have been seen as a delusion. Such prayer or communication was forbidden. The scribes were mythical figures, but even they worshipped the stars, and it was the stars that lighted the way for the founders of the Commonwealth, or so its leaders taught. Whoa, guys, how'd you find me on the way here? I mean, this is for extra special customers. I'm only joking. You're the only customers I got. Got you again. Only joking about that too, because I got tons of customers. It's just they already bought a lot of stuff today, so they're not here, okay? Anyways, I just got a little something here, which maybe you'll be into. Been hearing about these little numbers for a while. Check them out. He reveals to you a set of twin rings. Thinking these thingies are supposed to be for a couple of lovebirds, know what I mean? But anyone could probably use them, provided they was to buy them off me. Duh, I was gonna get them for myself, but anyways, let me know if you want them. They're 88 each. So, I'll be seeing you guys. One to the right. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the eerie stillness of the Isles of Kaelmer. All that is left to do is wait for nightfall to set it. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all! This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood? It means having to follow such a craven as Sir Deluge. Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. He notices you, finally. Oh, Master Rito, this knight did not see you there just now. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please, consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then, a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention.
Limbless Erzek. glorious eve to you as ever, O you exiles of the Night Winds. The 8 scribes dragged you all the way into the blasphemous Isle of Kaelma. Here you are to be surrounded by even more gibbering nitwits than usual. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Pyre Hearts. Reduce their pyre to a smolder and step closer to freedom. Now prepare yourselves.
Gilman, still not abandon your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities. Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. This knight is most surprised that you have the courage to even show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You are no knight at all. You are a teensy minnow, swimming in a sea of minnows many, many times your size, and with much more honor, too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful! You Nightwings, you are stupid to have taken that one in, and you are no good at rights. And another thing, we do not fear you.
Who shall stand together here this night? Rookie. Sir Gilman. Tizo. The choice is cast.
Come on then, Nightwings. Show this knight how you defend that honor of that miserable minnow you harbor. On guard! Suplex those worms! As the rite commences, the imps throughout the cavernous area roar with excitement. Our struggles and our plan. Mere entertainment to these lonesome creatures. Begging your pardon, sir, the imps of this isle are quite passionate about the rites just now. They offered a bounty in soul, if our triumvirate proves worthy. They would pay us? In exchange for what exactly? And where did they get the soul, for that matter? My understanding is that they wish to see us perform various feats of glory. As for the source of their wealth, who can say how much soul lies lost within the sea? Reader, it may seem beneath you, but the opportunity is real, if the soul could be of benefit. Indeed, then reader, my girl, it is yours to decide if entertaining these sad creatures is a justifiable distraction during these affairs. We trust your judgment. Now let us not distract you further here. Henceforth, you shall be tasked with feats of glory in the rites. Salute the imps.
My, begin. Engulfed within the oil.
Oh!
An inauspicious star. Yes.
Oh, come on.
Yourselves wide open. Your adversary's pyre now burns brighter than your own. So it is. 'Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet. Poor Rookie. Shame. This is the road to ruin. Exactly by the fork. The two triumvirates are neck and neck.
Jesus, okay.
The Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge. The flames of freedom. Best not get overconfident, Nightwings. A shameful outcome. There it is. A show of strength from the Nightwing's opponents. Glory to the scribes.
The imps grow more and more agitated with each passing moment. Some start spilling onto the sacred grounds. Ah! The imps! They come for us! What do we do? What do we do?
What are those blasted creatures doing? This is a sacred tradition, not some boorish spectacle.
Yikes.
To wake you up.
I'm really trying to get that 2 auras, 2
Nightwing seemed
vanishes
to
with a
be
single
falling
cast, but
Your flames.
never mind, I can't. You need a Sir Gilman jersey? No, 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 no! Come on! Why? Fuck that. Fuck that. That's so much bullshit right there. It didn't switch when I pressed space. There's no way they're quicker than me. That's my problem. There's no way they have more than 33 quickness. How did they move faster than Sir Gilman there? Yeah, he's got 28, 29, 36. Gilman has 38. Oh, he's got 35? Why does he have less Gil? Why? I don't understand. Why does he have 35 as opposed to their 36 when he's got a higher rank talisman?
Tizo. Brookie. Sir Gilman. The choice is cast. Begin the power of the aura. A stroke of luck is all. The Nightwings thus assert themselves. Alas for Gilman. So it is. Glory to the scribes. In the name of Solium Myrrh.
The imps grow more and more agitated with each passing moment. Some start spilling onto the sacred grounds. Ah! The imps! They come for us! What do we do? What do we do?
What are those blasted creatures doing? That Sir Deluge did fling himself upon the flames. No, you don't. That Pyre's flames grow weak. No more than a lick of flame remains. Simply monstrous. There it is. Sir Deluge
How?
plunged
How?
into his
Just
adversary's
how?
and it is
Get
done.
out of here.
The Night Wings prevail. Their adversaries must be rather shaken after that.
Fuck you, game.
The right is ended.
You need a Sir Gilman jersey? Curse you, Gilman! You are a fool to abandon us! And not only you twist the dagger in our backs. You do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path towards enlightenment! Your words ring false! You are unfit to lead! Just shut up! You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade. And everyone knows, everybody knows, this knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
You know, with all this with all this rights business, there's been this one really fancy move that I've been mulling for a while, and I think I just finally got how I could pull it off.
Until the stars align.
After you and your fellow exiles prevailed against the Pyre Hearts, you find the lone minstrel tending to one of your own. Sir Gilman seems to be unwell, although you cannot sense why. How are you feeling, sir? This knight can hardly move, though he's been transmogrified into a walking stick or some such sorcery. I see. And please, do not exert yourself or try. The lone minstrel motions for you to come closer. Reader, sir. Sir Gilman appears rather disoriented and more fatigued than usual. Reported feeling not entirely present. Symptoms of banishment sickness. He should soon be able to take part in light activities, I think, but under no circumstances shall he be able to conduct the coming rites. Now then, I ought not keep you from those of the stars above. Please go and have a look at them, for all of us, I think, are anxious to depart this place. No! I didn't know that was a thing! Seek now our destination. Alright, if we knock the essence down, we should be able to make it so that we don't face them. It hurts that I don't have Sir Gilman anymore, for the moment. So we have to have another brush with Pamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me yet another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I'm here for her. Pamitha then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harpy of the harp of the High Wing Remnants, raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains some centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids or skirmishes or all-out war. Flight tacticians such as Tamitha gave the High Wing Remnants a swift and powerful military ally presence to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Tamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside only stoked her fury. I wound up here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated. What happened between us, what I did for her own good, and that of all of our sisters. Though, I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose, but for now, I'd best try to catch what sleep I'd Mabel. Pleasant dreams then, darling. You bid a good night to Pamitha and return. Now, no time now to make flight preparations. Though, come morning, the Black Wagon will press onward. We'll do another vocation so we can mentor. You meet up with Sir Gilman, who suggested you go ranging with him through Bloomingpool. This knight shall escort you, good Master Reader. Together, you set out to explore the untamed reaches around the Black Wagon. You find little to speak of other than the desolation typical of the downside. Alas, that no adventurer sought us out today. You and Sir Gilman make your way back to the wagon. Though uneventful, your search helped ease the burden weighing on you and leaves you with time to pursue your vocations. Let us mentor. I don't know if we'd quite make it to rank 3 with Pamitha if we mentored her. But I know we'd unlock Bertrude's next one. Let's mentor Pamitha. Why, certainly, Reader, darling. How good of you to ask. You ask Pamitha to explain to you in her own words the histories of the 8 scribes and speak to how their varied backgrounds form the basis of not just the rights, but of the Commonwealth. Alright, we did just get her above level 3. All in all, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. We're gonna strike dash. My sisters, we all come from the flock of Triesta Tithys. Maybe we just don't remember her anymore. Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you are hesitant to approach him. But you approach him anyway. Sorry, guys. Exile is too light a sentence for this night! He notices you, and then seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble Master Reader. What brings you to this night this afternoon? Sir Gilman is attempting to make small talk. Is everything alright, Sir Gilman? You maintain a gentle tone with him and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking through his woes. He stands there for a time, silent and dejected, but then, Master Reader, this knight cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear them. Then you have this knight's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, here, then, are the troubles you requested. You, of course, are familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. The knight stood there, on the front lines, where the high-wing remnants descended upon us. So furious was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why... Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out. We will see you on... Well, I'm still streaming on Monday, so if you want to tune in on Monday, I don't think we have enough time to finish Pyre today, so we'll finish Pyre Monday and then switch over to Banner Saga. So that's the current slate. Hopefully, my co-op partner feels better over the weekend, and we can go ahead and move on with that as well. So have a good rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you. We will see you later. I can speak. I swear. Why, we surely made a very easy target there that eve. One by one, then two by two, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them, shrieking with laughter all the while. This night, he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived, he does not know for certain, even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his own knight commander, whom you met when you first met this knight. That cursed sailor, Sir Deluge. If not for his craven cowardice, the Spiral Sanctum, it might have held, at least for a while longer. But instead, we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and deed. Sir Deluge was first to turn and flee as our chain of command crumbled. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too. Thus came the time for penance. And this knight, why, he insisted on the only one course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence to the downside. And as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this knight become obliged once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters of the Sea of Solace, where soon we were met with Pyre Hearts, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and Sir Deluge, they thought he could provide it. The leadership they sought, and his was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight, being of the Sea Dominion, had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When he encountered you in the Nightwing, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of the Sir Deluge. And then there is little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, and yet he chooses to believe that he was spared that day not merely by coincidence. Perhaps Under King Aurus yet has plans in store, in which this knight may play a part. This night he clings, however, vainly to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him be for now. Yeah, you sense he feels relieved at having shared all of this. Cool. Continue your journey. It's the Ridge of Gold! We still don't have money. Commence the right. As you wait the stars, a form dressed in the raiments of the rites approaches you, and Wolfred, you at first presume it's one of your next adversaries, the Essence. But he cannot be one of them. Beside you, Wolfred starts, something you have never seen him do. You observe the colors that he wears, an inverse of the night wings. Wolfred Sandalwood, it has been a while. No, this cannot be. The demon unfastens his mask. It can. You perished. I watched you fall. You did. I grieved for years, and yet now you live? I do. Although these horns, they grew long ere I could walk again. Unbelievable. Then, why are you here now, Oralek? You know full well, Wolfred, to reclaim what is mine by right. The demon Oralek leaves without another word, just as the stars above burst to life and seem to set the sky aflame. Well, that's concerning.
Reader, what lunacy is this? 'Twould appear the Nightwings are to stand against themselves this time around. This is a mutiny in violation of the sacred law. The exile whom you face, Oralek. Long ago he had his chance, and he relinquished it. He cannot simply claim it now. And I cannot preside over this nonsense. Good night.
What happened to the essence? The stars showed me we were to face them. They must have suffered. They must have suffered a misfortune of some sort. Tampering with the stars' designs is not permitted, Oralek. Cheating the worthy of their rightful liberty is not permitted either, Wolfred. You must know that I took no part in that betrayal. Search your heart. Oralek says nothing for a time, then. Where are your raiments, Wolfred? I have refused to wear them since, in a show of solidarity to you. And to elude the voice, I would suppose. Yes, that too. I see. You were never very good at this anyway. We shall see if that new lot of yours is any better. You cannot be serious. What sense is there to standing against each other? But Oralek puts on his mask and stands ready. I shall crush this lot of yours, Wolfred. You shall see that I am not so easily discarded, and you shall not deny my liberty again. Reader, the adversary whom we face, Oralek, he is not one to back down. He's very experienced in the rites, even at the time, and so beware. There was no one in his day who could prevail against him, and he appears to be even stronger now. I wish I had more valuable advice to give in this. I wish I had foreseen this. Tizo is filled with mixed emotions in confronting Oralek, but is prepared to fight. Such a triumvirate you have assembled, Wolfred. Then, let us see what they can do. Come and face me, false Nightwings. Tizo? Tizo recognizes Oralek and greets him tentatively. It is good to see you. Oralek reaches for his mask in turn. How is the horn? Mended? His horn has not bothered him for a long time now, and thanks Orlek for it. Good. A full recovery, then. But it is unfortunate to see you standing there with them, Tizo. Come with us. No questions asked. The proposition seems to catch Tizo off guard. Tizo indicates that he will not abandon his friend on their quest. He seems to be pleading with Orlek to stand down and to listen, to not give in to anger. But Orlek shakes his head. He puts his mask back on. This is something I must do, little one. Tizo dons his mask in turn. He chirps nothing more. Oh. Damn it. She's so slow. As long as our pyre yet burns, this is not over. But come now, let us put this to an end. Yikes. Oh no. Wait, when did he get the orb? Seriously, when did they get the orb? I thought I had it. That's bullshit. Did I not have it? Oh, come on! I dashed out of that. Cool! Cool. I can just not be able to jump. That's perfect, game. Thank you so much. Even though I'm pressing the W key, you are not jumping. I was flying! What the actual hell? Hold on! What the hell? I was flying! You're not supposed to be able to hit me while I'm flying. That's the point of flying. I'm sorry, was I mistaken in that being the fucking game mechanic? Alright, guys, I'm a little tilted. We're gonna call it a day. Because we've only got about 20 minutes left, and I don't feel like we'd be able to get both through this rite and the upcoming rite, the Liberation rite. So we will just come back on Monday to finish that. But, yeah, that should be it. So, we'll go ahead and end for today. I will see you guys all on Monday at sometime between 11 to 12. 12 at the latest. That's what it's going to be scheduled for. 12 for sure. If I'm on at 11, then you guys should be able to see. You'll get the notification and all of that. So, we will go ahead and end today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you on Monday. Peace.